You walked in with a gift, and very few people do that.
Yeah.
This is very nice of you. You brought me a book by the great Werner Herzog, which I don't have this book. Is this fairly new?
It's no book.
Is it a novel or is it his?
It's a novel.
This is great. Can I read the inscription or is this private?
Sure, you can read it.
Conan, today you are Fitzcarraldo. And it's up to you to get me up and over that mountain in the Peruvian jungle. And let's face it, it might not be worth it when we get there. Your friend Luke. I love this. Have you encountered Werner Herzog in your life?
No, I haven't. But yeah, I've read a couple of reviews of the book. It's about a guy that was it's a Japanese guy that after the war ended, he stayed on this island.
Yes, famously.
Yeah.
He didn't know the war was over, and he stayed.
Right, till the 70s.
And then in the 1970s, some tourists were on the island, and they were getting shot at, and they're like, what's going on? And he wouldn't come out. I know the real story. I don't know Werner Herzog's version. I just know the real story, which is they had to go to Japan and get his now very old commander to come back and tell him you're relieved of duty.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, because he wouldn't accept that the war was over, and he had to hear it from his commander, who was, working at a Rite Aid in Tokyo. So, I mean...
That's how it'll eventually end for us here in Hollywood. your first agent will show up. Conan.
What do you want? I've got like an old musket.
No, you're just firing jokes out of a cave.
Yeah, firing jokes out of a musket. Conan, come out. It's fine. It's over.
There is no show at Radio City. The preparations for nothing.
It's so nice, but you're a big reader. I know you're a big reader because you're always talking to me about books you've just been reading or read.
I buy a lot of books.
You don't
I
read
definitely
them.
got that from my dad.
Do you build shelves with them? Is that what you do? You use them to prop up things?
I'm always looking for a good book. Tend to read a lot of, biographies and read a lot about music and stuff like that. It's not as if I'm reading kind of deep, intellectual texts.
Well, it's funny. I have a thing. My wife pretty much only reads fiction, and she reads.
That's good.
She reads the classics, and she's very incredibly smart and literate. And I always, my go-to was history. I will only read history, and my attitude was, I just want to know I've got to know what happened. I need to know what happened. I don't have time to waste on someone's made-up story. And she'll say like, and she'll say, I'm reading like this classic of literature, and I'm reading Dostoevsky or something. I'm like, it's all made up, blithering and blathering. I've got to know what really happened. So that's my go-to. I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to read more and more fiction.
Yeah, I try and read a little fiction here and there. It is great when you do find a good fiction book, but I will say that I'd read an Elmore Leonard book, and all I'd really known was kind of Get Shorty. Just that was kind of the first thing I knew. But gosh, he really has incredible. I mean, it kind of got me into reading crime and guys like Ross MacDonald. But Elmore Leonard's books are really just so fun to read.
Yeah.
If you're not big into fiction, I mean, they're really kind of really funny too. Good stuff with friends and cops and criminals and really, really good sharp dialogue.
I started reading Kurt Vonnegut again recently.
Yeah,
I don't know
I've never
why.
read
I
it.
just was like, oh, it's so funny. It's
Really?
dark
That's cool.
and sad, but it's as sharp today as it was. I mean, it's unbelievable that he wrote it 40, 50 years ago, and it's just still that funny and kind of applies to today in so many ways.
I've never read any of his stuff. Kind of read more about him as a person.
Well, you're going to go home.
Okay.
And you're going to read
There's still
Slaughterhouse 5 and Breakfast of Champions, and then we'll talk, okay? That's what this
summer reading.
That's what this podcast has turned into. Just me bullying people into reading books that I just picked up.
And maybe won't finish.
Oh, come on. You got to finish these. These are amazing. They're incredible.